Hi, I'm Tanya. Today I'll give you a brief overview of WebMaxy Analyzer and how it works. So, to start off with this tool, you just need to integrate a snippet of code to the backend of your website, and it will show you the complete information about your website visitors. This is the dashboard of WebMaxy Analyzer. Here you can see the total sessions of your users. You can see the devices they use to access your website, and the top performing pages of your website, the geographical data of your use sessions, and the browser stats, screen resolution breakdown, and referrals. So basically, this is the percentage of users coming from these particular sources. You can see all this information in the WebMaxy dashboard. Moving on to the next feature of WebMaxy Analyzer, which is a crucial feature, session recordings. Here, you can see the sessions of all your website visitors. You can see their information like city, device they have used. To watch the session recording of a particular user, you just need to click on the play button. Right now, the session recording is taking some time to load. So you can see how the user are interacting with your website, where they are clicking and tapping. So by watching session recordings, you can see your website visitors activity. These sessions are taking some time to load as we are recording the screen. So you can see how the user is moving their mouse and how they are going through your website. Moving on to the next feature, which is heat maps. In heat maps, you can create as many heat maps you want for your website, and creating a heat map is very easy. You just need to give a title to the heat map and add the URL of that particular page. Once you save it, the heat map will be created for that page. Here, I have already created two heat maps. I'll show you. So in the heat maps, you can see the click and taps of your users. The most clicked areas are represented with brighter colors, and the least clicked areas are represented with hues of blue. Since we have very less data in this, you can't see the colors over here, but I'll show you an example of WebMaxy Analyzer heat map. So it will be somewhat like this. The most clicked areas are represented with bright colors, and the least clicked areas are represented in hues of blue. Moving on to the next feature of WebMaxy Analyzer, which is funnels. Here you can create funnels on your website and analyze your customer's journey. You can see how people are how people are going from step 1 to step 2. You can you can see the drop off rate and conversion rate of your website visitors, total sessions over here. So the data is less over here. So you can see the drop off rate is 98.43%. And in step 2, only 5 users are coming. Moving on to the next feature, which is form analytics. Here you can add all the forms of your website and analyze how the visitors are interacting with them, how many fields the users are filling in. So here we have already created two forms. So you can see form analysis, the total number of visitors interacted, the conversion rate, and the abandon rate. The data is quite less over here. So this is just an example of form analysis. Moving on to the next feature, which is user insights. So in user insights, you can get complete information about your website visitors. Like here, I'll show you. Click on the user and you can see their properties, their last seen, and the region, OS version, device model, browser version. So you can get all this information in user insights. You can see all your users over here, all your website visitors data. Moving on to the next feature, which is engage. This is a very interesting feature because here you can create surveys and poll on your website. Creating a new survey is very easy. You can either create a blank survey or create a survey using templates. Here you can see we have provided different sort of survey templates. You can create different types of survey on your website. Customer satisfaction survey, employee satisfaction survey, evaluation, feedback surveys. So you can choose any survey based on the information you get from you want to get from your website visitors. So I'll show you how the survey data comes. Here this survey is not active, but I'll show you how you can analyze it. By clicking on analyze, you can see its report. You can see the visitors who have taken it, the conversion rate, the abandoned percentage. So all this data will be represented here. But since this survey is not active, you can't see any user data over here. Moving on to the next feature, which is polls. It is quite similar to the survey feature. You can create poll on your website, and it is also very easy to create. You just need to customize your theme. You just need to add the title and customize your theme. Create poll triggers when you want the survey to appear on your website. So this poll feature is just like survey. Moving on to the next feature, which is push notifications. Here you can create push notification for your website and send notifications to your website visitors off-site as well as on-site. Here we haven't created any notification, but I'll show you how it works. So you can customize where you want the push notification to appear. You can you can keep the delivery settings when you want the notification to appear and all that. Target criteria, you can set the target criteria. So this is all about push notification. Moving on to the next feature, which is feedback. This feature allows you to add a feedback widget on your website so that you can get customer feedback. Here there is no data, so you can't see, but when you create a feedback widget on your website, you can see the customer feedback over here. What customers are saying to you. Moving on to the last feature of this tool, which is blocked IP. This feature is very good in case you don't want your data to be tracked. You can block the IP address of your employees so that their user sessions and their data is not tracked in heat maps and user sessions. This is a very simple feature. You just need to add the IP address and the name, and you can block it. Moving on to the last feature, which is user attributes. So by adding this snippet of code to your website, you can get more data about your website visitors. In the user insights feature, you can get more information about them, about your users. So this is all about WebMaxy Analyzer. For further information and details, you can connect with our experts, you can connect with our team. Thank you.